Hi guys, welcome back to Manifest with Armine. This is Armine and I'm a law of attraction consultant. This video is to answer a question that I received from another video that I had posted. And it says, an explanation of how inner conversations work and how we could change them to affect our lives would be very much appreciated. So inner conversations are basically what we're saying to ourselves all day long, or what we're saying in our minds all day long. And they're pretty much they're a great indicator of where we are vibrating, because the perspective through which we are seeing ourselves is our self-image, and your inner conversations are basically very telling on where we are seeing ourselves. So if we are not experiencing what we want to experience in this externalized world, then we have to look at our inner conversations. So it's not possible for our inner conversations to be aligned with what we want to manifest and for it not to be manifested. That's just the reality of it. And that might seem like not such a great thing, but it's actually a wonderful thing, because exactly that. It tells us what we are doing in our minds that is reflecting in what we are experiencing. So if what we're experiencing is not what we want to be experiencing, or if it's not the preferred reality we want to experience, then we can change our inner conversations. For example, if we are not experiencing what we want in a certain, so let's say money and finances. I don't know what the question was regarding exactly, but an example is finances. So if we are thinking we're feeling pretty positive about money, but an abundance of money, free-flowing money, is not coming through our life experience, then what it means is that we're actually not vibrating generally high in the area of finances. Now, when we think we're being positive, sometimes we're actually not. And sometimes we can be deliberately feeling positive and aligned with what we want, but then after that we go back to the old conversations. And what are the old conversations? The old conversations are the ones where we are feeling sorry for ourselves, where we are not knowing how it's going to happen and lingering on that. And even if you're not lingering on that with your actual conscious thoughts, you're in that feeling area of, I don't know how it's going to happen. Now there's, I don't know how it's going to happen, and there's, I don't know how it's going to happen, because you couldn't be excited about not knowing how it's going to happen, because when it's revealed to you, it's pretty exciting. So if you can see it through anticipation rather than frustration, that's something that will change your inner conversation. You can change your inner conversation by doing what Neville calls non-critical self-observation, because you need to sit with your thoughts and see what's going on in your mind. And when you can do that, when you're sitting quietly with yourself, then you'll catch it also when you're in the midst of your day doing other things. Because it's really, really great when you can stop and be like, wait a second, no, I don't want to think that. And then you can change it. You have to see your thoughts as things, because they are changeable. Your thoughts are not who you are. Okay, thoughts are things that you are entertaining, they're vibrations that you're holding yourself in, and you can easily just look at what you're thinking about and choose something else. So if you are feeling that when you're driving throughout the day, let's say, or when you're sitting at your desk, you feel tense, and you may not even realize you're tense, but just stop and observe. Is your body tense? Is some area of your body not at ease? And then ask yourself, if it's not at ease, what am I thinking about? And then you'll realize that your inner conversations in that moment are not aligned with what you want. They're aligned with the anxiety, the stress, tension of having what you don't want. Change your inner conversations by replacing what is in there already with the opposite, which is what you want. And it shouldn't be that hard to logically understand what you want, because the only thing that seems hard at first is to implement those new thoughts, because the old ones are on default already. Those are connections in your brain that are firing automatically because that's what it's used to. That's the muscle that you've worked on. Now you have to kind of leave that alone, and you do that by forming new connections in your brain, and you start consciously, deliberately seeing things about money, let's say, through the eyes of someone who already has a lot, or as much as you would like, or in a certain who's in a certain financial state that you prefer to be in. Brazen impudence. Use brazen impudence with this, because you take on the feeling, the state of that person who is already at ease in their finances, and you must turn your attention away from what your senses see and feel, because if you linger on that, then you will constantly manifest the same things over and over again. So, brazen impudence, do not understand that what you're seeing is what you're seeing, but that's old news already. What you're seeing is old news. So you just, in your mind, you become, and you see yourself, and you think about yourself, and you think about other things through the perspective of that person who is in the state of already having the things that you want to have. And the inner conversations that you choose will be from that perspective. Okay? That shifts your vibration. That is changing your vibration about it. That is when you change your perspective to see something through the eyes of already having it. That creates after just a couple times, after just a few conscious times of doing that, that will become the new automatic for your mind, and that has no choice but to manifest in your reality, because the universe is looking for that shift in perspective in order to give you that thing that is new to you. Hopefully that helped. Inner conversations are an interesting thing, and as you know, everything ties in together when it comes to Neville's work and the law of attraction. You can't really separate one technique or one aspect without involving other things, because life is dynamic. The way our minds work, the way our feelings function, they are dynamic, and it's awesome when you really are enjoying the process. And you must enjoy the process if your inner conversations don't feel good to you. And again, like I said in the beginning, you might think you're being positive, but sometimes it's an illusion. That's why people say, oh, positive thinking doesn't work, because you might be saying something positive in your mind, but that's not what it's actually feeling. You must think that from a feeling place of it being true. And you can practice this. You don't have to, it's not something you have to believe right away, because belief is just a thought you keep thinking. Just introduce the concept to yourself, introduce the thought to yourself, introduce the perspective, and it will become your default, and your mind will automatically start thinking that way. Okay? Thanks, guys. If you like this video, please click like. If you'd like to subscribe, please do so, and click the bell for notifications, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.